Really honored to talk at QMAP University because I believe that at least two managing partners at Big Four are QMAP alumni, and moreover, at least one of them is the managing partner of Big Three here at Kazakhstan. And I believe that there are really great amount of people that are middle managers and top managers that we just can't name right now are QMAP alumni. So basically the point I'm trying to make here is that QMAP University does know how to make everyone 10 times smarter. So the idea is that I think that this is the pretty strange but pedagogical question. So I've been to teaching at least 5 years of my pretty much short career, and the thing here that I tried to make it in a different formats, in the format of mentorship that's running here at QMAP University with the things of Dr. Jaksalık, and in the format of debate that was initially run at law school 3 years ago, and now it's still running, and it's still all about actually teaching here. And I really, all my dream is about answering the question how to make people really smart. And I think that I will try to deliver this as simple as possible with the technologies that I try to create with my great team. So the idea is that my life and life of, I guess, at least 60% of citizens at Kazakhstan was not like here in QMAP. We have great courses, we have great faculty at QMAP here, and that's why I'm honored to talk here, just like I was a faculty. But still, the 80% of people that are taught in our governmental schools were not like that. The idea is that this is the picture of the classical school lecture when you're basically listening and just cannot help understanding it. You just can't understand while you're listening some things at school, at many other universities here here in Kazakhstan. So I think that this is the core problem of teaching right now, and no one has really solved it, because we still see some of the faculty and lecturers at many other universities here at Kazakhstan that still deliver lectures by speaking and not making everyone going through the experience that will benefit and teach people to do something. And let me invite you on some sort of an experiment on that. The experiment is this. So you know that AI stuff, ChatGPT, right? I love ChatGPT. So the idea is that I invite you to take a photo opening the ChatGPT application, if you have one, of this pretty much beautiful formula. And let me tell you the story while you're doing it. Basically, the task, I've been teaching, as I was saying, I've been teaching many other topics, and the last time when I taught AI and generative AI for professionals, the task was basically deliver a pitch that will somehow present the generative AI function. And everybody pitched as if they deliver lecture. So basically no one actually understand that the only one way when you actually try to teach something is to make the student go through the experiment just as like we are doing it right now. So basically, while you're prompting this AI stuff, you're basically asking, tell me what this is and how it can be valuable. And basically, this is the teaching that I wanna try to deliver. And that's how we actually can engage 100 people or even 200 people at the lecture at the same time with the same level of efficiency if we really create the exemplar prompt. So this is how I think would be a great prompt on delivering a great lecture. But still, you know, there are a lot of problems with AI. And just as like the previous speaker said, the very moment when you selectively use a prompt, you might avoid a really big nuances on each topic. So that's why we need a guided approach on how to create a educational value. So this is the science that I want to deliver, is the psychologist named Kolb with his experiential learning cycle. And the learning cycle is basically you're not delivering a theory yet, only after you make or even force student to go through the experience that you want to deliver, that you want to give a student. So basically the first step of really making someone understand is to put him or her to the area when he or she can play, or to put someone to the playground. And this is how you guide the student to get the experience. And then, and only after then, he or she reflects on that experience. He or she kind of asks himself or herself, why does it work like that? And how can I go a little bit further on that? And that's when we need a faculty to teach on that, to have that reflection experience. And then we can, after some of the experiment and experience, we can raise a theoretical questions, just like, for example, how AI can change our society, or something like this. And this is what we call abstraction and abstractive conceptualization. And only after then, when one understands the concept and gone through the experience, you can actually deliver the skill, and you can give the instructions on how to use that tool or that topic or that concept in order to make your life better. And AI eventually, I believe, will help everyone to get a little bit smarter, because AI can work with the unstructured prompt. And when you ask AI in a guided experience, in a guided process of teaching, when AI will not hallucinate, when AI will give just the right answer in order to cause the reflection process or abstractualization process, you actually can scale this educational process, I believe, to not like 20 people, but maybe hundreds of people with the same effect, just like the 100 people will have by talking one-to-one with the faculty. And that's why I believe in our future, and I believe that this future is Kazakhstani also, is that this future will be when the educational experience is delivered not by having a lecture, but by going through an interesting journey or making something with your own hands and reflect on that process, or even go code. Even if you're not a mathematician or a physician or a technical-oriented person, if you have the right experience with the right guidance, with the right professional faculty, you will have that experience, and there will no boundaries like you're a technician or you're a humanitarian or something else. That's why I think this is the idea we're spreading. Thank you.